Hello everybody, welcome to the Canadian Edge. We're going to talk some more about knives, and this week we're going to talk about one of my favorite knives. It's one that's actually in my wife's collection, and it is one that some of you may be familiar with. It is the Spyderco Q. And that's it there. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah. So this was a knife that was made by Spyderco. I believe it was actually made for promotional purposes. So companies could buy these and get their logos etched into the blade and give them out or sell them as a part of a promotional thing for their company. They are discontinued now. You can still find them on eBay and places like that, but they have become very collectible. So looking at this, we see a skeletonized blade and skeletonized handle. The blade does have the logo, the spider from Spyderco, and also, I don't know if you can see it, there is Spyderco written just in the handle there, if it shows up. The handle is made, I believe it is fiberglass reinforced nylon, and the blade, the handle, the blade is a 440C steel, so it's a mid-grade steel, and it's a unique looking knife. I think that's why I like it so much. Number one, the blade stands out. It's a plain edge. You can get these in either the plain edge or the serrated, and there's over at least 50 blade designs that were released of this knife, anything from like the American flag and the spider, I forget what all. There's quite a few different blade styles, and some of them are serrated, and this one is the plain edge. Overall length of the knife, it is 5 3/4 inches. The blade is 2.5 inches long, and closed it is 3 1/4. Also, something unique about this knife is the locking system. It is a back lock type spring system. So if you can see there, I'll get it up closer here. There's a little ridge that this spring pops into, so that the knife sits nice and steady. You can't get it out, and then when you're holding it, of course, you're holding down on that spring, and so it's pretty hard to accidentally unlock that. And then just to close it, you lift that spring up, and it closes. And that spring is just one piece that goes around and into the handle. And also the pocket clip is a unique design. It's just a wire pocket clip. You can see on there. And this pocket clip can actually be put into 4 different positions. So you just squeeze it together and it pops out of there, and you can put it there, you can put it there, flip it over, you can put it there, or you can put it there. So you can carry it 4 different ways in your pocket. This weighs about I've seen anywhere on the reviews from 1 ounce to 1.2 ounces. It's super light, and that was part of the idea in making it, was that it was a very light knife. And yeah, it's, like I say, it's one of my favorite knives, and it is very collectible. And as far as sharpness, let's see what it does to this piece of paper. Doesn't take much. It definitely slices paper, and it does slice fingers too. I've had the mispleasure of poking a finger or two with it. It is not what I would consider an everyday carry knife or an EDC. Some people would use it that way. Number one, because of its collectability, I wouldn't use it as an EDC. But also, I like a little more weight to my EDC knives, and this one doesn't have a lot of weight to it, but it is surprisingly easy to hang on to. And as you can see, you can do opening and closing with one hand. It's a very smooth mechanism in there, and works quite well. And so yeah, that's the Spyderco Q. Q35, I believe they call them. And I have one last test, and this is for my my buddies Todd and Sean. They told me I should show the knife being used, and so this one's for you guys. If you have headphones on, you might want to turn your volume down because it's going to get loud for just a second. It will kill, at least balloons. So that is the Spyderco Q. Like I say, one of my favorite knives, or one of my wife's favorite knives, and you can open it by flicking it. That's one of the beauties of Spyderco. They do make their knives so that one of the easy ways of opening it is just a flick like that, or flick with your thumb. Or if you're just cautious, you can open it that way. So I did a little rating. I'm going to rate the knives, and this is just my opinion. This is not any professional opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Leave a comment and tell me why you would disagree. And if you agree with me, well, great. We agree on here. So anyway, these are out of 10, my ratings. So first off would be aesthetics, which is looks. I would rate this a 10. I love the way it looks. I think it's a fantastic looking knife. Opening and closing, 8 out of 10. Opening is very smooth, but this can be kind of awkward, this spring for one hand opening. Two hands, it's quite easy to work, but one hand opening, it does take a slight bit of practice and just not the easiest. So I give it an 8 out of 10 for that. In the pocket, it fits in the pocket quite well. It comes in and out easily enough out of the pocket, and so yeah, I give it an 8. You do notice it when you put your hand in your pocket that it's in there, and so because of that, I give it an 8 out of 10. And that clip, it pulls out easy enough, but not necessarily as smooth going in to your pocket. Weight, I give it a 9, just because it's a lightweight. Like I say, I like a little more weight to my knives, but I give this a 9 out of 10. And then sharpness, 10. Like I say, it cuts the paper quite easily. I have cut my finger with it, and so it definitely is sharp. And yeah, that is the Spyderco Q. I would keep it, as I say myself, as a collectible. Other people might use it as an EDC. I won't let my wife use it as an EDC. I've got other knives for her to use. So this is just in her collection, and she takes it out once in a while, but not very often. I don't want her to lose it or it to get lost. So yes, that is the Spyderco Q. Thank you for joining me, and if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, and leave any comments below that you might want to leave. But thank you for joining me, and stay sharp, everybody, and stay safe.